Hey, what's up everyone, Time Gaming here. Welcome back from the Division 2 video. Well guys, the PTS is live. I'm currently at the PTS right now, testing some of the new gears and weapons and quality of life changes and whatnot. I'm actually, I don't know what to say about it, but I feel it's interesting, all the gears. I'll talk about it. I'm not going to make any in-depth, review or anything about those gears and stuff because things can change as we're still in PTS. We have to see what happens in the near future and what comes live to the game. But I will show you what's all the new stuff that we're going to get, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit. We'll put some timestamps, so if you want to jump here and there, because the video might get a little longer, because I don't want to do multiple videos. I just want to squeeze everything in one video basically. So yeah, I have already tested all the stuff, so I guess I'm ready to do this video maybe. Now first I'm going to start with the quality of life changes, because there are some things that they added in the game which is pretty cool, and I'm really happy they did finally, because I believe those changes should have been in the game from the beginning, but better late than never. So that's pretty much what I can say. Now they added one cool thing about the stash. Yes, so if you have like tons of gear that's in the stash, or your inventory is full and you want to sell them, but you can't because your inventory is full, and the only way you can sell them is collect the stash loot into your inventory and then go to the vendor to sell it. You don't have to do that. Yes, you can open the stash, and you can mark a gear as a junk. Like, let me just mark something here as a junk. Now, you can do it still now in the live, but you can't sell them. So right now, you see, I just marked this invisible hand weapon as a junk. Now, I'm going to come to the vendor here, and you'll see there's another extra option they added, which is stash. But we're not going to go there right now. We're just going to go to the sell option, and then I can actually sell whatever I marked it in the stash. Sorry, in the stash, my bad. So if I go to the stash, I can just, you see, sell junk. So I sold the invisible hand. Like, because if I go to buyback, you'll see that I've sold a lot of stuff here. Hold on. So you can see, there you go, invisible hand. It's here, so you can sell it. Or if you don't want to mark them as a junk in your stash, you can just come to any vendor and go to stash option, and it'll show you whatever you have in your stash, all those junks that you probably want to get rid of. So you can just sell it from here, which is nice. I mean, I feel like this should have been in the game from the beginning, but it's nice to have it. That's all I can say. Also, one cool features they added in the game is exotic drops. Yes, you can go do anything, any content, anywhere in the open world. You kill any NPC in control points, even a freaking mob, or like activities, mini activities, these ones. Anything you do, the NPCs have a chance of dropping you exotics. Now, obviously, I don't think those are going to be raid exclusive exotics. I mean, come on. Like Eagle Better, Regulus Ravenous, they're probably raid exclusive still. And the Bighorn as well is like legendary exclusive, right? You can get it from legendary mission or like legendary summit. But anything else like, Scorpio shotgun, Lady Death, all that, the new exotics like Dread Edit, all those exotics, you can get it from anywhere. So you can go to a targeted loot, maybe if there's for example, here we have a shotgun targeted loot. So you can go here and do some control points and kill some NPCs, any NPCs, random NPCs, do some activities, and you might get a Sweet Dream or Scorpio shotgun. You can get it from here. Yeah, that's what they added. Now in the PTS right now, the drop chances have been increased just to see. But in the game, it's not going to be that high. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't get that much high. Like, you're not gonna get exotic like every NPC you kill. That's gonna be bad, right? So yeah, that's the cool change I really like about this. Also, we have the countdown here, which has now different difficulties. So if you go to the countdown and open the countdown menu, you'll find that we have normal, we have hard, challenging, and heroic difficulty. I think currently at the live server we play on challenging difficulty, but they added the normal, hard, and heroic. So that's going to be pretty cool. They said that the normal difficulty can be doable solo, but I want to try the hard as well, try to do solo, see if I can do it later on. Yeah, and the heroic one, I'm excited to see how the heroic one goes, because the hunters on challengings are pretty hard to beat as well. So hunters with those EMPs and stuff, like bunch of hunters, because countdown has a lot of hunters, so it will be interesting. And also it'll be interesting to see if we can get exotic drops from heroic or not. So yeah, you can still matchmake, So which is nice. You can still matchmake or you can create. So that's good. So that's what they did. So we have new missions, which is the, what is it called? Manning National Zoo and the Tidal Basin. I mean, they're not new, they're old, but we have legendary difficulty on them. Yeah, so you can do Tidal Basin on legendary difficulty. You can do Manning National Zoo on legendary difficulty as well, which will be a pain. It'll be a pain. It'll be a pain, really, because Manning National Zoo is very long. Like, it's very long mission. It's drag. It's a drag, okay? Legendary on this one is going to be a nightmare. I feel like it's going to be the longest legendary mission. I mean, you'd think Roosevelt Island is long? Nah, Manning National Zoo is long, man. Trust me. And Tidal Basin, it will be a big pain too, because Tidal Basin is pretty hard, even on heroic difficulty. On legendary, it's going to be pretty fun to do. I want to try it. I haven't went there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's like white tusk NPCs, just like kill, or there's some story involved in it. I don't know. I haven't tested. I'll do it later if I can find a PTS group to go there, because I don't want to go there solo. You know. But in my opinion, I feel like every other mission should have legendary on them. Like all the missions, like, you know, Lincoln Memorial, all those missions like DCD8 HQ, all those missions should have legendary. Why only the Stronghold has legendary? Like, why not every single mission? That's what I feel. And also, I feel like I'm crazy enough to say that the entire open world should have a legendary difficulty. Yeah, that will be awesome. I would love it. I know I would love it. My friends will not. They were already giving me a look when I was telling them about this. So it'll be fun to have the entire world as a legendary. I mean, come on. Don't you want to die in every 2 steps you take? Come on. That's going to be fun. But yeah, whatever. Now, let's talk about the gears. Yes, that's pretty interesting ones, because all the gears and the exotic weapons and the named items we have, the talents, it's pretty interesting, and I feel like it's for PvP rather than PvE, most of them. Now, I'll show you what I mean by that. So I have all the gears equipped already. I mean, not all of them. I can't fit all of them because, you know, restrictions of having 2 exotic weapons, right? So the new gear set that we have is this one, which is called the UMBRA Initiative, or we can call UI. Yeah, we can call it UI. So 2 piece gives us 15% of crit chance. 3 piece gives us 30% reader speed, which I do not like. I don't know. I mean, ongoing directive already gives us 30% reader speed. I mean, why 30% reader speed? Why not like 15% crit damage? That'll be cool. I mean, we can at least use 2 and 3 piece on PvE as well, because I feel that the talent here is PvP related mostly than PvE. But I think it's going to work really good in PvE as well. But let me read it out. So the 4th piece gives you the talent called From the Shadows into the Light. Yeah, that's the talent name. Now, it's a mouthful, the entire description here, but I'll try to explain slowly. Hopefully, I will be able to. So the first section of this talent, what it does is when you're in cover, you gain 10 stacks, up to 50 stacks. So basically, you have to be in cover for 5 seconds, and you're going to build up 50 stacks. Now, what happens when you build up stacks? Well, you gain crit damage and RPM. So each stacks will give you 1% crit damage and 0.3% of RPM gain, which is nice. But you will not get that buff if you keep staying in cover. You have to be in cover for 5 seconds. You get the stacks, you have to get out of cover to actually use the buff. It says here, buff does not apply while shooting from cover. So you have to get out of cover. Now, what happens when you're out of cover? Well, while out of cover, agent loses 4 stacks per second at normal speed, 2 stacks per second if sprinting. So if you walk, you lose 4 stacks. If you run, you lose 2 stacks. But most of the time, I feel like people will lose 4 stacks because, you know, when you're firing your weapon, you're walking, right? You're not running. When you're firing your weapon, you're aiming down sight, you're walking. So you're going to lose 4 stacks. But it's all right, though, because it's 50 stacks. So it's going to take some time to lose all the stacks. You can get back in cover, and you're going to gain that stack instantly, quickly, because it only takes 5 seconds to build up that stacks, right? So that's the half, like 50% of the build's talent. The other 50% is while you're out of cover, you also build up stacks. Yes, while you're out of cover in combat, you also build up stacks, 10 stacks, you know, up to 50 stacks. So 5 second worth of stacks, right? So you gain those stacks. And what happens now? Each stacks you gain gives you 0.5% armor regen when it is consumed. Sounds interesting, right? But hold on, there's more. You're not going to get that armor regen just like that. No, you have to get back in cover. Yes, you have to get back in cover, and then the stacks will consume it and give you the armor regen. So you see what's happening here. Basically, long story short, you have to be in cover for 5 seconds, get out of cover, shoot something, take some damage, lose some armor, get back in cover, regen that armor, get back out of cover, shoot. Basically like that. Like get in cover, get out of cover, get in cover, get out of cover. You get in cover, you gain that crit damage, gain the RPM, you get out of cover, you do the damage. When you take damage, your armor is going down, you think that you need a heal, you get in cover quickly, you regen. That's pretty much what's happening with this. Now, what happens when you wear the chest piece and the backpack of the same gear? Well, the chest piece will basically increases the stacks from 50 to 100, and the timer, like when you gain the stacks per like 10 stacks per second, you're gonna gain 20 stacks per second. So you will still need 5 seconds to build up all the stacks. Okay, it's still 5 seconds because it was 10 and it was 50. Now it's 20 and it needed 100. So that's still 5 seconds. Now for the backpack, is the same thing. 50 becomes 100 and 10 becomes 20, which is really cool because the backpack increases the into the light stacks, which is I think out of cover, right? I think it's out of cover. Yeah, it's out of cover thing. So you're gonna regen your armor insanely. Like when you get in cover, you're gonna have insane amount of armor regen. So that's how it works, and that's why I feel this is a PvP stuff than a PvE. I mean, imagine you're in cover, you gain the stacks, you shoot some player, the player shoots at you back, you take a lot of damage from the player, you get back in cover, you build up your armor back again, and you build up your stacks of the crit damage and RPM again, and you go ham. The RPM is crazy though. I tried on a shotgun, it was firing like an assault rifle. Yeah, that's crazy. So that's the set there, the gear set. Now we also have a high-end set. Now I'm actually using the named item of the high-end set. It's called ARCABUZ, BRAZOS. We call it AB. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna call it AB. Now we have the named holster here. This is the named version of the gear. So we get 10% of skill haste for 1 piece, 1 + 1 skill tier for 2 piece, and 20% of ammo capacity for 3 piece, which is nice. I don't think people are gonna use the 3 piece bonus a lot, but the 2 piece set bonus is really juicy because it gives you 1 + 1 skill tier. Yeah, +1 skill tier. That's really nice. I want to use it on like skill builds and hybrid builds and stuff like that. But since we're using the holster, the high-end holster of it, I mean, not the high-end, the named holster, it has the named stat here, which is 20% weapon damage. 20% weapon damage from the holster. I can already imagine people using this holster with contractor gloves and coyote mask and what was the knee pads, fox spray knee pads. That's gonna do quite a lot of damage. I feel that's a pretty cool holster here. 20% weapon damage, but again, this could change. They could nerf it to 10% or something like that, but 20% seems really nice. I mean, it's a pretty cool one, considering you don't get any damage buff from the set bonuses. You only get skill tier and skill haste and ammo capacity, which again, it's nice for like hybrid setup because this thing drops with armor here, core attribute, not with skill tier or weapon damage. So I guess it's like a hybrid thing. That was the holster. Now we have an exotic gloves here, which is actually interesting. And when I say interesting, I mean interesting. So let me show you. So the gloves basically looks like BTSU here, but it's called Bloody Knuckles. Now what it do? Well, it gives you the talent called Over the Top. Pretty catchy names, man. So we get over the top talent. Now what it does, when you damage an enemy with a grenade, yeah, see how many times you're gonna damage an NPC with a grenade, huh? That's why I said the gears that we have in the PTS right now in this update are mostly PvP related. So when you damage an enemy with a grenade or strike the enemy with a melee attack, so you punch them in the face with a melee attack, you gain the stats here, which is called the Seeing Red. Now, when the Seeing Red activates, you gain 25% weapon damage and 100% melee damage. Imagine using this with the freaking Lady Death and the holster, the Wyvern holster, the named one. What's it called? I forgot the name. Claws Out. Yeah, Claws Out. 500% melee damage on that one. That's going to be a lot of melee damage, you know? So what happens when you proc? So you get that 25% weapon damage and 100% melee damage. But it lasts for 20 seconds, which I feel a very good amount of time, especially for PvP, you know, 20 seconds. But it goes on cooldown for 60 seconds. Now you're going to say, oh, no, it goes on cooldown for 60 seconds and stays for 20 seconds. That's not good, man. That's not good. Hold on. It's not bad. It's not bad. Why? Because here you go. While in cooldown, if you damage the enemy with a melee attack or hit them with a grenade, it resets the cooldown. Yeah, it does resets the cooldown, which is funny. So that's why I feel like it's very, I think, useful in PvP. You can throw a grenade. Now it doesn't say which grenade, so I guess you can throw any grenade instead of frag. So you can throw like foam, you know, EMP grenades, fire grenades, and any or whatever grenades you have. So you can throw them, and this will activate it. If it hits the player or NPC, depends on where you're using it, it'll activate, and yeah, you gain that weapon damage and the melee damage. So it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's your Bloody Knuckles exotic gloves there. Now we have a pistol, which is exotic as well. Now what it does is each shot to a different target will increase weapon damage if players keep changing target. I mean, basically you have to shoot multiple targets. You can't shoot one target twice. If you shoot one target twice, you lose the stack. Or if you take more than 5 seconds to shoot a different target, you lose the stacks then as well. So within 5 seconds, you have to shoot multiple targets, different targets, and you will gain weapon damage bonus, like stack. And every time you shoot, it increases your weapon damage by 10%, and it can increase up to 200%. But then again, like I said here already, that not shooting a new target for 5 seconds or shooting twice the same target ends the stacks. Ending the stacks effect gives you an extra 5% damage per stack obtained on your next round, which is nice. So when you end your stacks, so you're gonna get extra 5% damage per stack. So basically, you're gonna get 15% of weapon damage per stack on the next build up, I guess. Is it? Per stack up on the next shot. Okay, next shot. Okay. But yeah, but why is it so interesting? Because this last description here, it's interesting because stacks obtained remain active even after switching weapons. So even if you switch your weapon to your primary, secondary, you keep the stack. So let's say you shoot 4 NPC, different NPC. You get 40% extra weapon damage for 5 seconds, and you swap to your primary weapon or secondary weapon, you keep that damage with you for 5 seconds. I guess that's what it does. That's what it says. So it's going to be interesting. Especially on like snipers, maybe, you know, you gain that stacks and you can do it. And or PvP again, you know, PvP, 5 seconds, you build up the stacks, you get that crazy damage. And yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. Now, already said the gloves that it activates with the grenade, but there's something else also activates with the grenade, which is the new talent. Right now I have this new named weapon here, which is called LEFTY. Actually, I have a morph shotgun on the secondary, but that's not new, obviously. Yeah, they're basically same shotgun, but this is called LEFTY. Now, that comes with the perfect sledgehammer talent. Now, what it does is dealing damage with a grenade. Yeah, grenade. See what I'm saying? This is PvP update, man. So, dealing damage with the grenade applies a mark on target, and that stays up to 10 seconds. So it only stays for 10 seconds on the target. But what it gives you, it basically increases the damage that the target takes that you mark with the grenade, like 40%. So they're going to take 40% damage to their armor. and it will reduce their movement speed by 30% for 10 seconds. Tell me it's not PvP. It is. I mean, you can use it in PvE, but I think it's way more useful in PvP, this talent. Now, the cool thing about this talent is that it's a talent, so you can put it on anything, like a pistol, a weapon, SMG, anywhere. I've already tested and, checked in the recalibration library. It's there for your assault rifle and stuff. But the non-perfected version has reduced damage and movement speed. So the non-perfected is 30% more damage to armor and 20% reduce movement speed instead of 40 and 30. So 10% reduction on the normal version. But it's still, though, it's good, you know. I still feel like you throw a grenade on somebody, they take a little bit of damage. If it's a frag grenade, they take damage. If it's like EMP or something, they get EMP'd. Then you gain this damage to armor for 40%, and they can't run from you because their movement speed is reduced by 30% for 10 seconds. And then if you have the gloves, you gain 25% of more weapon damage from damaging somebody with a grenade. Yeah, it looks pretty cool for PvP in my opinion. Now you have another named item, which is CQB. Yeah, this one. Stage left. This also comes with the same talent, perfect sledgehammer. So the shotgun and the rifle both comes with the perfect sledgehammer talent. But I think, you know, using it on a weapon like SMG or assault rifle will be nice to have. Now we also have another exotic. I need to change the pistol, otherwise I won't be able to equip it. The other exotic, where'd it go? Where is it? Yep. So it's called Dr. Home. Now this could be good, but I don't know. I already tested it and I find it's a little bit of I don't know. But what it basically does is pretty straightforward. Like when you shoot an enemy, you mark the enemy for 5 seconds, and if the enemy dies, well, the enemy drops an armor kit, which is a 15% armor kit only. It only repairs 15% of the armor. But if you pick that one, if you go and pick the armor kit, it repairs everybody's armor, whoever's in your group. So I guess it's for like a support guy or tank guy or healer or something like that. I don't see a future initiative healer on legendary mission running around and collected the trophy. I don't see that happening. Maybe a tank can do that because they can tank and they can regen or, you know, whatever, and they can have the weapon equipped, but then they have to lose the shield for a second to pick up. So they can swap it to this and then pick up the trophy or something like that, because it doesn't drop the trophy where you were standing. It drops the trophy where the NPC dies, just like Memento. So on a legendary mission, running around collecting this thing every not 5 seconds, sorry. Every time you go there and you collect that, it's pretty risky, isn't it? It repairs your every party member's armor, though. That's nice. But I don't know. If the armor kit drops right on top of you, like auto equips, like whenever the NPC dies and you get the armor kit automatically, yeah, that would have been useful. But since you have to run to the target, yeah, that I don't know. I don't know about that, but I'll let you guys decide on that. So these are the weapons and exotics and talents, whatever, that came into the game. So I'll do some in-depth like testing on this, but mostly I think they're PvP related, man. Seriously. Wait, we do have something very important. Wait. Something that's way more important than all of this is here, the barber. We have a special barber, guys. Yeah, we do have a special barber. Why? Because now we can change our face. Oh no, you saw my face. You guys saw my face now? So we can change the face. We can do whatever we want. We can change these head and face and everything. We can change skin tone. Basically, the character creation menu is in the barber right now. Also, you can change your body type. Yep. Look, I am a male. I'm gonna abuse this a lot. Like, I'm gonna do one mission as a male, one as a female. I'm just gonna role play this thing. Oh, this is funny to me. This is the real deal here. This is the best change. This is what we needed. This is the best change. Who cares about new gears and this and that? We needed that. We needed that change. We needed a special barber who could change your gender. You could, I don't know what to say about that. But hey, we have that. But to be honest, in this update, The only thing that I did like was the stash, the quality of life changes from the stash, and the exotic drops from any NPCs, which is nice. Like in the open world, you can go and farm and get exotic drops. They also increased the resources even further, I think. Did they? Oh yeah, yeah. See, we have like 999 on everywhere. Oh, this one is 14,000. What? Okay, that's a lot. Like that's a lot. Like you're never gonna run out of resources. Like you could run out of resources, but I think you're gonna just, if you're farming for resources, you're gonna farm for ages, and your inventory is not gonna fill up. I mean, not inventory, but the resource. You know what I mean. So it's a lot. Like everything is like 999, and some of them are like 9,099. That's crazy, man. So that's what they did. It feels like cheating. It feels like we have like cheating going on. Everything is like 99999. So it's like that. But yeah, those are the changes. I don't know if I missed anything. But I still feel like, in my opinion, I feel like all the missions should have like legendary difficulty, and an open world with legendary difficulty would be really cool. I don't know. I just feel like it will be really nice and challenging. It'll be fun to play. That's pretty much what I think. And I think the strongholds should have a bit more difficulty in terms of legendary, like, like raid type of mechanics, maybe a couple of players doing some mechanics in the final boss, maybe, to kill the boss or something. Or I don't know. I just think about that. That's pretty much what I think, because we need some new interesting missions and stuff, because you can give us new gears, but if there's nothing new to use those gears, like, that's pretty sad, right? You don't want to do the same content with new gears. Like, what's the point of that? You already done that content, right? But I don't know. I'll still have fun, I guess, with this new ones, the new gears. And I really like I said, the quality of life change with the exotic drop from NPCs, and the stash where you can sell the items to the vendor. So I'm going to clear up my stash a lot. Like, after the update hits live, I'm going to clear up my stash. My stash is full. All my 4 characters are full. So that's going to help me. So that's basically for the video. I'm sorry if the video was a little longer, because I just wanted to put everything in one video instead of like making different videos about each of the weapons and gears and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, the video will be divided into timestamp, so you can jump anywhere you want. So that's pretty much what it is. I don't know if I missed anything. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. But that's basically for the video. Hope you guys doing great, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.